It was the same officer that sparked protest in 2020 when he shot and killed Donnie Sanders. Investigators later said Sanders was not armed during the incident. Newton was not charged in the case. And later the same year, he was captured on video putting his knee on a pregnant woman's back.
Just think of the numbers of officers that go their entire career and don't discharge their firearm, or the number of officers that go their entire career and don't kill anyone. And here you have an officer who is admittedly, shot and killed 3 different people.
Welcome back to We the People University. My name is Abaya Israel, former police officer, former sheriff's deputy, and the Kansas City Police Department is the subject of our video today. Officer Blayne Newton has been sued and investigated for killing 3 people in 2 different incidents over the past 4 years. Imagine that. Killed 3 people in 2 different incidents within 4 years. He's also been the subject of multiple internal investigations involving alleged excessive force. Not so much alleged. The guy killed 3 people, 2 different incidents within 4 years. It's pretty much excessive force. I don't believe the alleged. Now, with that being said, now he's being sued by a woman for $65,000 because she stated that he committed battery against her and falsely imprisoned her. Before we go any further, let me show you what I'm talking about. Again, Kansas City Police Department, Officer Blayne Newton, who's still a police officer, by the way.
My gut just tells me when you've been involved in this many incidents of violence that probably there's other professions that you should probably seek.
Tonight, Kansas City's police department is settling another lawsuit involving the same officer. In this latest lawsuit, a woman will be awarded $65,000 after she accused Officer Blayne Newton of assault. I'm John Holt.
I'm Bria Love. Newton has been sued and investigated for killing 3 people in 2 different incidents all over the last 4 years. Fox 4's Dave DeMarco live at KCPD headquarters with the video that was the base of this most recent lawsuit. Dave?
And that plaintiff, who was a Walmart shopper back in 2022, says that she simply was trying to record an arrest with her cell phone when she says she was subject to assault, battery, and false imprisonment, all by that officer whose name you've heard before, Blayne Newton. Attorney John Paserno says Bermika Mitchell didn't initially plan to sue KCPD Officer Blayne Newton for what you see here in a Platte County Walmart in September of 2022. But then she'd learned more about the officer's alleged history the next summer, when he shot 2 people and injured a third as he came upon someone in a van pointing a gun at another vehicle near 31st Street and Van Brunt. It was the same officer that sparked protest in 2020 when he shot and killed Donnie Sanders. Investigators later said Sanders was not armed during the incident. Newton was not charged in the case. And later the same year, he was captured on video putting his knee on a pregnant woman's back.
Just think of the numbers of officers that go their entire career and don't discharge their firearm, or the number of officers that go their entire career and don't kill anyone. And here you have an officer who is admittedly, shot and killed 3 different people.
The situation at the Platte County Walmart less life-altering, but Paserno says it still never should have happened. Mitchell witnessed an arrest in the parking lot.
There's a lot of commotion, a lot of noise. She didn't think what was happening was right, so she began to videotape what was going on with her cell phone.
She proceeded to live stream as she entered Walmart. That's when someone in plainclothes, who she says she had no idea was associated with the store, told her to stop. When she didn't, Officer Blayne Newton escorted her to an office.
He then puts her in a non-KCPD approved restraint maneuver with his hand and arm under her arm and shoulder in a twisting motion, and then escorts her through the store, through the vestibule, and to the loss prevention officer.
The Office of Community Complaints recommended an excessive use of force complaint be sustained. Newton was also one of 3 officers who used a taser and repeatedly punched a teenager in 2019, which resulted in a $325,000 payout from KCPD. This settlement is for $65,000.
I think it's really important anytime a lawsuit is settled with law enforcement. Somebody has to police the police, and apparently it's not KCPD that's going to police their own employees.
Now, that community complaints memo said that officer was disciplined. However, when I reached out to police today, they said that they can't comment on that discipline. It's not public under Missouri state statute. Bria, those 2 wrongful death lawsuits are still pending, and according to police, Newton is a patrol officer here with the department.
So this guy has a pretty extensive track record. His history is pretty long. He beats up teenagers and gets sued for $325,000. He beats up pregnant women. He beats up women in Walmart. He shoots people in every incident it seems like that he's involved in. This guy has an extremely long history within the time he has been policing. And I do agree with the attorney. Although we can say mostly, if not all, cops are acting as tyrants at some point. Most police officers go their entire career and not shoot anyone. There are many officers who go their entire career and never draw their weapon. This one guy has drawn his weapon several times. Not only has he drawn his weapon, but he's killed several people. He's a murderer, okay? And the crazy part about it, as we all know, and I shouldn't even say it's the crazy part because we're used to this by now, he still has his job. He's still a cop. Two of the people that he killed, he claimed they fired at him. But the evidence showed that there was no signs of anyone ever shooting at him. As a matter of fact, those two individuals were not even aware of his presence. This is policing in America. This is why we say time and time again, record police. If you don't do it, if I don't do it, if we don't do it, nothing will ever happen. Always know your rights. Always record police. With that being said, We the People University, signing off. Be sure to visit WeThePeopleUniversity.com where you can find our latest YouTube videos, more about myself, why I left the police department, merch, and more. If you have a police encounter that you would like highlighted, visit our website and click the Submit Videos tab. Fill out the video form submission so that we can hold these tyrants accountable. And if you guys still haven't purchased my book, Living in the World of Tyranny, you can do so at WeThePeopleUniversity.com by clicking digital copy to read it right on your phone, or you can buy the hard copy or the paperback directly from Amazon. Also, be sure to pick up your free ebook to give you tips and tricks on how to deal with cops when you encounter them. And for those of you who are still trying to learn your basic rights, register for our course to learn how to deal with police so that your rights are not violated when you encounter cops. All this and more at WeThePeopleUniversity.com.